This video is not about angry professors, and it's not even about hating college. It's about why it no longer gives us what it promised. If you are in college right now or you already graduated, listen to these 5 things and you might see it differently. Get a degree doesn't mean you will get a job. Since childhood we were sold a very simple formula: get a degree and you will get a job. But the reality I faced as graduated was completely different. Most good employers and clients I worked with didn't care about my diploma. They cared about results, about skills. The best clients gave me a short test task and decided based on that whether they wanted to work with me. And yeah, some of them asked about higher education. But usually those paid less and offered exploitative conditions. And this is not just my experience. According to research in the United States, only 17% of job postings require a college degree. And this number keeps dropping every single year. My dad used to tell me something all the time. What if it's you and another person just like you, but with a degree? Who do they choose? He always gave the example of his friend, a programmer who didn't get hired because he didn't have a degree. So what? There are tens of thousands of other jobs and clients out there. In 4 or 5 years you can build real practical skills instead of believing in a hypothetical scenario. The problem is that a diploma no longer guarantees that you are ready for a real life. And the worst part is not even that. It's the most stressful period in my life. When I didn't like a job or a client, I could simply walk away and find something else. College doesn't work like that. Of course there were good professors, and some I was even friends with. I even grabbed beers with a few of them. But there were also people in the system who intentionally bullied students, using small amount of power they had. And you couldn't really do anything about it. At my university you could easily get expelled just by failing one subject. Because of constant stress, I even started having some problems with my erection. I dropped to 50 kilograms at 180 centimeters tall. And I'm not the only one. Around 77% of students report psychological distress. When I was working with multiple clients and real jobs outside of college, I never experienced stress even close to what I felt at university. I started taking care of myself, working out, and yeah, my dick was working just fine again. But when you live in debt, you don't live forward. You live constantly looking over your shoulder. My life felt like this. Final exams, deadline, another payment. In college, most students either take money from their parents or go into debt. In that mode, it's really hard to learn some practical skills that actually matter in real life. And when you finally realize that college is not for you, living becomes way harder because of pressure from your parents or from the bank. Some of my friends actually managed to do it. They were already making not bad money, trying different directions, understanding the market, working independently and building real experience. Others were just starting interviews, hearing their first rejections and discovering how reality actually works. This doesn't mean they actually failed at life, but they lost a lot of time and they carried debt and much more mental pressure. Before talking about positives of college, there is one more thing: fear of falling behind. This is what breaks your mind every single day. You feel like you're doing everything right, you go to classes, you pass your subjects, you get grades. Some professors with no real world experience tell you how to be successful. You're not allowed to fail, you're not allowed to think differently. I remember a professor telling me that I would never succeed without his subject. And I passed that, but nothing really changed. It creates emptiness and deep disappointment. The only thing holding you together is hope. Hope that after college you will finally start living. And that's a very dangerous place to be. But don't rush to drop out until you hear this. The positives of college. I can't say college is completely bad. Socialization matters, student life matters, parties matters too. College teaches you how to adapt, how to get through situations and how to negotiate. Math and other subjects do provide some value. And there are professions where college truly matters. Doctors, lawyers, judges, scientists. But social life can also be built through clubs, courses and events. Learning how to handle pressure can happen in real work situations, interviews, attempts to selling yourself, taking responsibility. Logic doesn't have to be built through theory, it can be built through work you actually enjoy. And that brings both happiness and money. In college, I switched to online studies, worked multiple online jobs, and adapted however I could. Actually, this video is not telling you like drop out the college, It's about seeing college clearly. Don't be afraid to take risks. Try some things, do some mistakes, why not? Apply for jobs and maybe start something of your own. I believe that success is possible. The only real question is when you decide to act. So, subscribe for more stereotype breaking content.